I have no intro without really getting into what I want to say. And I have some things on my mind that I need to get out. So, in that fashion, welcome to John's Wrestling Views. I'm your host, John. Thanks for tuning in. It's about 1 in the morning Central Time on April 7th now, technically, uh, here in Lincoln. And tonight was WrestleMania 30. And I had a lot of people over here for WrestleMania, and there's plenty of talks. But the one subject lingering through it all, and I think any wrestling fan, this was the number one subject, at the end of the day, it wasn't about Daniel Bryan finally winning the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. It's the fact that not only is the streak over, but it was ended at the hands of Brock Lesnar. And the thing is, I first of all I want to apologize. I've been meaning to, for the last several days now, come back with a video getting ready for WrestleMania, kind of talking about my WrestleMania predictions. Honestly, just ran out of time. I've been excited just as the next wrestling fan, but now that WrestleMania is in the books, it's in the past now. I needed to kind of share my thoughts here. WrestleMania, I don't care what people say, was a solid show tonight. Was I a fan of Undertaker ending the Undertaker's illustrious 21-0 WrestleMania streak? No. I'm along with everybody else. I don't think Brock Lesnar was the one deserving to end the streak. I really don't. The match, honestly, was not great. And I had a lot of people questioning me about this via text message, whatever else. And at the end of the day, here's my thoughts. The Undertaker went to every fight Brock Lesnar was in when Lesnar was in the UFC. So obviously there's a friendship there. People look at when Ric Flair retired at WrestleMania 24, his career was ended by Shawn Michaels. There was a friendship. When Shawn Michaels retired at WrestleMania 26, his career was ended by The Undertaker. There was a friendship. Everybody, Lesnar can't be in a company and not have friends just because he's a heel on TV, and people like complaining about the fact that he's a part-time worker. At the end of the day, it's not like he doesn't have any friends in the company. Lesnar and The Undertaker, last I checked, were friends. As far as the match itself not being great, okay, yes. The Undertaker's last 5 WrestleMania matches before tonight. WrestleMania's 25 and 26 against the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels. WrestleMania's 27 and 28 against Triple H. And then last year against the next Chris Benoit of WWE, CM Punk, who can't ever be named anymore, it seems like. Those were all solid matches. And they're great. Undertaker was younger, he was healthier, everything else. Those 3 guys he faced in those 5 matches are outstanding superstars, and nothing against Lesnar, but the guy is dangerous. And the first person who knows how dangerous Brock Lesnar is Brock Lesnar. So at the end of the day, I will go out on a limb and say they were just being careful. I honestly would say they were being careful. He's a dangerous dude, and his brawling style, he treats every match like an MMA fight, and he'll brawl with you, and people get hurt. Undertaker can't necessarily take that. So that's what's said. At the end of the day, Undertaker actually, it's been reported, went to the hospital after their match tonight at WrestleMania. And who joined Undertaker in the ambulance? Brock Lesnar and Vince McMahon. Wouldn't that say something right there? I'm just saying. Now, here's a concern everybody has. Sting has been out of TNA for 3 months now, something like that. Ideally, everybody wants Sting and Undertaker, and even still, they want it. I will go out on a limb. This is the beauty of John's Wrestling Views. Isn't it about my predictions anyway? The thing is, Sting was actually interviewed not too long ago. I don't know. He's been in New Orleans this weekend. Keep in mind, Raw this Monday, tomorrow night, tonight, whatever you want to call it, is in New Orleans. Um, but Sting said, and I quote, I guess 31 is my favorite number. What's next year is WrestleMania 31. So here's my prediction. Would have been nice to see Sting in the streak rather than Brock Lesnar. I think any wrestling fan would think so. Is Lesnar worthy enough to end the streak? Like, Lesnar's not undefeated at WrestleMania. He's, as of tonight, is now 2-2. And here's what the people complain about: the fact that Lesnar's a part-time worker, works 3 matches a year, which granted is more than Undertaker's 1 match a year, but even still. And here's my prediction. I don't know how serious Undertaker's hurt. I'm going to assume it's not so bad where he'll be able to be on Raw tomorrow night. At least I'll keep my fingers crossed, I guess. But, what I'm going to say is, everyone thinks Undertaker's retired after tonight's Mania match. But, as big as the streak is, whatever, there's still one match everyone wants to see. They wanted to see Undertaker go into WrestleMania next year, 22-0, to face Sting. And then if the streak were to end, it'd be at the hands of Sting. Well, here's the deal about that. And as well as telling my friends tonight, Undertaker is no longer undefeated at WrestleMania. He is 21-1. Sting is 0-0 at WrestleMania. He's never been in a WWE show, for crying out loud. The thing about it, though, Sting's number one goal, he wants to face Undertaker, period. I don't think Sting cares about the streak. And maybe it makes sense. That's what I'm thinking. Undertaker's going to be on Raw tomorrow night, acting like he has no other reason to be in wrestling anymore. He's wrestled them all. The streak is over. Blah, blah, blah. Sting stops it. There's one person that Undertaker's never faced. It's Sting. They set their match up for a year from now, WrestleMania 31, Sting versus Undertaker in California. And yes, this will be the retirement match of both The Undertaker and Sting, in my opinion. And that's the thing. At the end of the day, Sting doesn't care about the streak. He just wants to face The Undertaker. That's a dream match of any wrestling fan. That's what's going to happen. 2 other things. I'm not going to go through a whole synopsis of WrestleMania tonight. Hopefully a lot of you are fortunate enough to either have the network or was able to hang out with someone tonight who had the network. But at the end of the day, a lot of people saw WrestleMania. A great deal with the network, but I'm not going to talk about that. I'm not here to be an ambassador of the network. But I do want to say 2 things. First of all, Daniel Bryan, the new face of WWE, and honestly, I'm tired of hearing complaints about how they did things tonight. Honestly, because, Daniel Bryan, he wrestled a solid match against Triple H, and then they put the odds completely against Daniel Bryan in the main event. And I have people over tonight who are like, I want this person to come in. I want CM Punk to come in. Oh, Sting should come in. Somebody needs to help Daniel Bryan. Hulk Hogan come in. I even heard The Rock coming in. Well, wouldn't it make sense? The ultimate story of this is that Daniel Bryan fights off everybody and ends WrestleMania tonight as WWE World Heavyweight Champion. I thought the writing for this main event was genius. Daniel Bryan, Triple H, first match of the actual WrestleMania card. Great match. Daniel Bryan wins. Triple H attacks him. Daniel Bryan goes into a brutal match tonight in the main event. Comes out on top, new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. I can't argue with the writing here, guys. It was great. I'll say it was great. Both Batista and Orton were down. It was just a matter of, getting the yes lock on Batista, and Batista taps. Wow. Great show. Both men were down, so it wasn't like Daniel Bryan won the title without Orton beat. Let's just put it that way. That's how I looked at it. It's not like Orton was trying to break the pinfall and couldn't. No, he was out. With that said, the yes era is here. Daniel Bryan, the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, just like how any fan would have wanted. I'm curious to see how Raw will be tomorrow night with Triple H. How is he going to acknowledge this? Triple H tried stopping Daniel Bryan tonight. With that said, I want to go out on a limb and say this right now. Lately, when you talk about WWE superstars to look out for, the number one name, other than maybe Daniel Bryan, that everybody's been saying lately is Roman Reigns. And the guy's a stud. I'll be the first to admit it. I've been saying it since day one. The guy is a stud. Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, they're great too. And at the end of the day, Roman Reigns is going to be a star. And tonight, he didn't necessarily prove it. The Shield were in a not so great match tonight against the New Age Outlaws and Kane. I thought the 3-way powerbomb on both New Age Outlaws was awesome and a decent way in. Kane just kind of disappeared, it seemed like. 2014, it's not the beginning of the year anymore, but it's a new year between WrestleMania and WrestleMania. And here's why I say, you want to look at the superstars to look out for between now and then. John Cena and Bray Wyatt wrestled a heck of a match tonight. John Cena did win. Bray Wyatt's on that list. There needs to be a heel on the list to look out for. But there's 3 baby faces to look out for before WrestleMania 31. Daniel Bryan, WWE World Heavyweight Champion. This is not going to be his first title run, guys. The guy's a star. And it was the fans that made him a star. Roman Reigns, another prime example. But the other one I'm talking about, the Real Americans are no longer a team as of tonight. Jack Swagger and Cesaro turning on each other. Swagger tried ankle locking him, and Cesaro wasn't going to deal with it. And no more Real Americans. Cesaro goes on to be one of the 3 surprise entrants of the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal tonight, which since day one, when Hogan made this announcement, all the announcers were talking about is how this will cement somebody's career. Like their legacy would be made. This is their WrestleMania moment. Cesaro, in Andre the Giant Hulk Hogan fashion, picks up Big Show for not just a body slam, but over the top rope when it comes down to Cesaro and Big Show for the win. Now, granted, people might be disappointed because there's 3, names that weren't announced before tonight, and those 3 names are filled. Cesaro, Tyson Kidd, which I was excited to see. I love Tyson Kidd. I wish they used him better. And David Otunga is back in the ring tonight, as of tonight. But whatever. Cesaro earned that trophy. His legacy has started tonight, guys. Yes, it was in Andre Giant fashion. It was nice to finally see some sort of match that was going to result in somebody winning a trophy where the trophy wasn't broken. But guys, look out for Cesaro. This is his year. Daniel Bryan as well, and by golly, Roman Reigns. The Yes movement is stronger than ever now with the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Daniel Bryan. As far as Brock Lesnar, yes, he beat the streak. Maybe he'll have a title match with Daniel Bryan soon, but I don't think, at the end of the day, he's still a part-time worker. I'm excited to see what's next, guys. WrestleMania, solid tonight, in my opinion. And that's why I have to say, thanks for tuning in. I'm John. Have a good one.